I don't see anything.
Just start, it's 11 o'clock already.
Macam mana? There's nobody here. There's the screen. Okay.
You can start, just start.
How do I start? I already unmute.
You're already unmuted. Just start.
But there's nothing here. I can't see the thing.
Just start. We can see you. We can see you. Just start.
Hi, I'm Jagjit, bringing you Gardens by the Bay. Gardens by the Bay featuring all about horticulture, sustainability, and architectural design. There is so much to learn from Gardens by the Bay. There's so much to discover here, from the varied plant life in the cool, award-winning conservatories to the towering vertical gardens that literally reach out to the sky. It is hard to imagine that this was once the sea, sand, and soggy soil transformed into 101 hectare horticulture wonder where 1 million plants thrive. There was here you'll find all manners of trees, flowers, and plants from every continent except the Antarctica. There is a recent book here by Bonnie Tinsley entitled "The World in a Garden" that appropriately and eloquently describes Gardens by the Bay. Gardens by the Bay, the world in a garden. So let me just take you now to the entrance of Gardens by the Bay. And that's your entrance to the Garden Bay. And you have a glimpse of the vertical gardens there, a short glimpse of it. And this is your cloud forest. This is our counter here with $28. You have access to both the conservatories. And once again, that's the cloud forest. To go into the cloud forest, you need to take the escalators down here. And now I'm making my way to the flower dome. Just a glimpse of the outside, which is the barrage. And now I'm making my way into the flower dome, just observing the formality of being checked in. Very soon, the doors of the Gardens by the Bay is open to me. You see some visuals here of all the plants. Yeah. And in the next moment or so, the Flower Dome Conservatory is open to me. And just to give you a glimpse of the conservatory, and I'm just going to take you to the guide to the Flower Dome. Here's the main guide here, all the gardens, and the main one is the flower field in the center. We have the California Gardens, the Olive Grove, the Mediterranean Gardens, South African Garden, Australian, the flower field. The flower field is the most popular one here, especially with all the spectacular flowers here. And during the season of cherry blossoms from Japan or the tulips in Holland, it makes a spectacular view. And so
Jackie,
now,
reverse your camera. Yeah.
and now can you see this? Does it look like a tree or a grass? So let me take you closer and show you the bark of the tree. This is indeed a grass grass tree, like you can, what it indicates now. And now we're just leaving the Australian garden, making my way down further into the conservatories, the Flower Dome Conservatory. Can you see this plant here? It is called the monkey puzzle plant. Oh, why is it called a monkey puzzle plant? And if I bring you closer up, looking at the branches, you will know, you will wonder no more why it is called a monkey puzzle. Because the monkey can never, it's a puzzle to him how to climb this tree. And here is a glimpse of the Mediterranean, South American trees as we are leaving this part of the gardens to the gardens in front of me, which is the South African garden. Here you have the South African gardens with all the wildlife art embedded in it. This shows you the giraffe here and some African art that comes with it. And now we're going to see some of the flowers of South of African gardens. Leaving the South African gardens, can you see the foliage of the olive trees? But let me just share with you a little bit of the South American gardens on my right. The trees of the South American gardens, and then I just bring you back to the foliage of the olive tree. Olive trees do not usually thrive in the Mediterranean climate where they require a lot of sunshine, bright sunshine, and also, but they need chilly climate. So hence, when an olive tree was planted here in 2015 and it successfully blossomed and fruited in 2015, an olive tree more than 1,000 years old. This was an architectural and conservation architectural wonder and a horticultural wonder. And with this, I'm going down, just giving you a glimpse of a few more olive trees on your right. Some more art. And a few olive trees down here. Sharing with you the bark of the olive trees. We have about 8 olive trees here. Most of them are very aged, like the one I just mentioned, more than 1,000 years old, fruited and flowered and fruited. And here's a glimpse of the glass panels of the flower dome. And as I go down, you have a glimpse of the view outside, which is the convergence of both the rivers, the Kallang River and the Singapore River. If you have ever imagined this flower dome, it has 332 glass panels with 42 different shapes and glasses to make the dome of this flower dome conservatory. Making my way all the way down, and I'm within a few minutes or less than a few minutes, I'll be entering into the flower field. Like I said earlier, the flower field is the main attraction here in the central place. Not only that, you still have a picture of some art embedded in the trees. These are the Mediterranean trees. That one tree costs about $40,000. Just the cost of the tree, not to speak of the other cost that brings the tree here, the transport cost and the maintenance, just the cost of the trees, one Mediterranean tree. And we have very interesting art within this. Can you see? And what does the serpent shows you? Very realistic, as though a serpent is descending here, reminding you of the Garden of Eden in the Bible. I'm taking you back to the main flower field, the spectacular display of all the different flowers. So once again, I just want to remind you, when there's a season of the cherry blossoms from Japan towards the month of October, or if it's the tulip season from Holland, this is very, very spectacular and beautiful. And we have even increased numbers of visitors, some glass display art between the gardens. The flower fields right in the center of the flower dome. Just another glimpse of olive trees. And I want to bring and show you the owl that looks so realistic within the bark, the aged looking bark of the olive tree. And now I'm making my way out towards the next dome, which is the cloud forest dome. Very interesting flowers, trees.
Dear visitors, please complete your check-in process by place together.
Walking now
Please maintain a safe distance of
to the cloud forest. Visitors can stop here if they want to go and have a quick relief or rest. Again, the visuals and the documentaries, flowers. Here in one of the televised works, you can see some documentaries about pollination and very different aspects of horticulture. Very soon the doors, the first door to the flower dome, followed by the second door. And now he brings me to the very, very from to our and to our shop here, where you can buy varied forms of souvenirs for Gardens by the Bay, and also books on horticulture in Singapore. Just want to share with you, this is the book that I mentioned, The World in the Garden by Bonnie Tinsley, which eloquently describes our gardens by the bay. As you can see, I'm going to make my way into the cloud forest. This is almost dark here in Singapore, 7 p.m., 7:15 now. And I'm going to make my way into the cloud forest in a minute. Again, some formalities due to the COVID situation. I cleared myself just to give you a glimpse of the cloud forest with the glass panels here. Now the last door opens, bringing me into this marvel, this 35 meters man-made waterfall. This is the one that gets all our visitors very excited and very enthralled by it with their numerous photo shoots. This is called the Falls, very popular place for the photo shoot. And just let me bring you a bit closer and up, showing you a cloud forest waterfall that creates the mist atmosphere for the plant. Walking now towards the lift that brings you to the sixth level or almost the seventh level, what we call the Lost Wonder World. Again, let me share with you the glass panels of the cloud forest. And then you have a glimpse here of the skywalk, 122 meters walk from up sixth level down. Here in the cloud forest, the panels are 5,277 with 690 different kinds of glass panels that make up the cloud forest itself. Again, our cloud forest, the skywalk, and the some part of the roof of the flower dome. And I just want to bring you a bit to the outside view. These are the two rivers converging here into the Marina Barrage in Singapore. Ahead of us is a popular photo shoot with the art design of an orchid. There are more than 130 varieties, 1,000 varieties of plants. Here gives you a good glimpse of the skywalk descending down from the sixth level. So in this vertical rainforest, you have all manner of shrubs, wild orchids, and ferns. Making my way to the lift, to the sixth level, and to the roof of the cloud forest. Some designs along the way, some glass designs. Cloud forest creates a mountain atmosphere. Because of the hour and this thing, we don't see any people. Usually in normal circumstances, you find very busy people walking down the skywalk. Taking the lift is a very swift lift, bringing me to the seventh level, to the sixth floor. As you can see the sign, lift to the lost world. Just bear with me. This will take less than a few seconds more to reach. In fact, we have already reached there. And just to share with you some of the skylines, scenic screen skyline of Singapore out there, the Marina Barrage, and our Singapore flyer, and the city skyline in the background. I'm now making my way To the lost post. Very shortly I'll be reaching the lost post. To the last lift here. People can walk up here, or they can even take the lift, which I'm doing now. There's only one level to the lost post, and you open us to a spectacular view of the lost room. There again, all here that features as very soon is those ferns and monkey cups.
And we also do not touch our plants and flowers. We thank you for your cooperation.
Just to share with you the rooftop, we are right on the top of the cloud forest rooftop. Let me remind you again, this is a 2,577 glass panels with 690 different shapes and sizes of glass to make up the cloud forest dome. Our garden at the Lost Post. Here are some glass designs of the cloud forest. And I'm making my exit to the cloud walk. Here you see our famous gardens by the bay. Sorry, I beg your pardon, the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, and walking down the cloud forest. It is past sunset in Singapore, a bit dark. However, the atmosphere is just as enchanting. This molten atmosphere created by the cloud forest. Okay, now I've come to the end of my tour. I hope that your next visit to Singapore, you will make this a must-see destination. And I'm now ready to hand over to my next guide at the Sky Park. Andros, are you there?
Yes, hi, Jajit. I'm here. I'm eagerly waiting to take over, Jajit.
Okay, good. So I'll hand you over to Andros now, and he will take you to the further wonders of Singapore, the Sky Park. Thank you,
All right.
Andros.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Jajit. Thank you for sharing such an insightful information of our beautiful garden by the bay. So once again, good evening. Hi, everybody. Greetings from Singapore. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Andros Wong. I will be your host for the next 20 to 30 minutes. All right. Just to let you know, right now I'm standing at the southern tip of Singapore. And to be exact, I'm standing on a piece of. You may ask, Andros, why do you start your virtual tour talking about a piece of reclaimed land? Is there any significance? Of course, because 12 years ago it was completed on this piece of land. All right. So the official name of this mega project is Marina Bay Sand Integrated Resort. All right. So you may ask again. All right, Andros, is there any beautiful hotel here? So I'm going to turn my camera around. I'll show you, hopefully. Yeah, I'm going to pan it up. Yes, the Marina Bay Sand Hotel. I'm going to pan it down again. And it has a total of 2,561 room to be exact. And the best part is it is designed by a world-renowned architect by the name of Moshe Shafti. Just to share a little bit more about his background. So in total, he has about 80 projects worldwide. under his belt. All right. And Marina Bay Sands is one of his best project that he picked up many international awards. So he claimed that because the around the world citizen holding 3 passports. Okay, so much about him. And you may ask me again, hey, Andros, I'm very impressed of this hotel. I'm a businessman. What can I do here? Well, this mega development also offer conventional, or rather convention facility, which is I'm showing to you right now. I try to use my finger to point it. Yes. So this is the convention facility easily available for the business community, especially the MICE group. MICE group meaning meeting, incentive, conference, and exhibition. Oh, I always struggle to remember such a long name. All right. So you have intentions to come to Singapore. All right. To expand your business, this is the best place to come because not only you can reach out to the local market, but also to the international market. And again, you may ask me, hey, Andros, I'm coming with my family. What can my family do here? Wow, shopping. So these development also, provide a large scale shopping, all right, to entertain your family, meaning anything under the sun, you can really find it in here. Of course, right now, today, we are not going opposite, but well, in near future, if you are coming here, please do drop by. But a word of advice, because estimated this entire shopping mall have about 200, almost 200 shops. So imagine if you spend 10 to 15 minutes, or rather 5 to 10 minutes, you need 2 to 3 working days to complete without sleeping. So my advice is that don't torture yourself, but rather extend your stay in Singapore. Then you'll take your own sweet time to do your shopping. All right. So right now, I'm going to walk into this place, which is the Sky Park. I'm going to bring everybody all the way up to level 56. Hello, Angela. Good evening. Can you say hello to my friend Angela? How are you? Hi, I'm doing a live stream now. Please take my temperature, all right? Okay, please take my temperature. Yeah. So what is my temperature? You want to say hello to my friends? Hi. So what is my temperature? Temperature? 多少？多少？多少？ okay, 36.2. Good to go. All right, I'm going down. You might lose me a little bit, all right? Bear with it. Can you still hear me? Can someone send a message to me? Okay, very good. So again, welcome to Sands Sky Park, all right? Okay, next, what I'm going to do is I need to flash this token. This token will actually given almost to every citizen. And all you need to do is to get a safe entry scanning. Can you see the green light? Good to go. Finally, I'm walking through or into the Sky Park. I'm going to flash my ticket again, which I'm going to show it to you. I'm holding it right here. So this is the ticket. Hello, hi. Yes, thank you. I'm not good. Oh, thank you. Hi guys, I'm back again. Hello, you want to say hello to all my friends? Yeah, thank you. Sure, thank you. As usual, I will show you how they scan this barcode and I'm able to go in. Okay, and having said that, I might lose connectivity for the next 40 to 45 seconds because once I step into the lift all the way up to level 56, the internet connection, high chance might cut off. So bear with it. Jimmy, if you're at the Merlion Park, please stand by to cover me just for a while, all right? Yeah, we're waiting for the lift. Okay, the lift is here. Okay, thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sure. Yep, level 56. Yeah, thank you. Can you see this is level 56, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jimmy taking over Andros while he's in the lift. Okay, you can see where is Andros now. Let me tell you. Andros is taking a lift now from level 1 all the way up to level 56. It takes him around 30 seconds to reach. And these 30 seconds is so fast to travel 56 stories that you can feel the really feel pressure in your ears. Okay, now I shall take some time to share with you how to take nice picture of this MBS from this location. You can open your two fingers and then as if you are grabbing onto this spaceship. This is one way to take nice picture of MBS. Another way, you can open your palm. Open your palm.
Hear me?
This way.
Text message.
And
Can
take
you hear me?
photo supporting the MBS from the hotel tower. Okay,
Hello.
now hang this
Thank
back to
you.
Andros now.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Jimmy. Thanks for covering me. Thank you very much. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sand Sky Park. All right. So I don't know whether you're able to see my laser pointer, but I'm going to go near to these pictures, right? Which give you an overview of exactly where we are right now. As what Jimmy shared, right? Right now, we are at this platform, all right, which is the Sky Park. And you can see the total length of this entire, it looks like a ship. Hopefully you can see my pointer, you can still see it, right? It measures up to 340 meters. It's even longer, all right, than Eiffel Tower in Paris, because if you have to really literally measure the tower from the base all the way to the tip of the tower, it's only 324 meters. All right, now I'm going to really bring you out to view a spectacular. Okay. Wow. Please send me your first impressions when you look at Singapore skyline. All right. You can actually text and put it through the chat box. I'm going to walk towards the observation deck. Okay, talking about the observation deck and angles, cantilever that hoist the entire sky park all the way up from the ground, all right, to this level, estimated about 200 meters. Wow, this is really amazing. I almost step into the sky park almost every day, but every time when I look at it, it's still the wow factor. Hopefully you agree. Okay. Then you may ask also, how big is this sky park? Well, if you happens to own a jumbo plane or jet, all right, A380, this entire floor area able to park 4.5 A380. All right, and then of course, if you want to host a private, functions or party, it has a capacity, all right, to host 3,900 people. But of course, you must have deep pocket. Okay, now I'm going to go up to the next level. Sorry for that quick turn. Hopefully you don't feel that G-force. I'm going to go up to the next level just to show you a better angle or perspective of Singapore skyline. Hold on, almost there. Bear with me. Wow, you can see there's so many people. Wow, I guess, or rather, I hope the images is not too laggy, right? Please send me a message if it's everything all right. Okay, this is the highest you can go. Hold on, I'm catching my breath. All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present the Singapore skyline. I'm going to pan to show you almost 180 degrees. And every time, whenever I talk about this beautiful skyline, I still cannot believe Singapore took just slightly more than 200 years, transforming from a small fishing village into a modern and futuristic city in the world. And just to so-called support that statement, Hollywood decided to film 3 movies in this area. Anybody know which are the 3 movies? Let me just share with you. The first movie, which is the Independent Days, which is the resurgence. Of course, the next one, action-packed, the Hitman, all right, which is the Agent 47. And the last one is Equals, but unfortunately, I did not view that movie. All right. So then again, you look at it, what can we, do in this city area? I think first of all, the reason why Singapore Skyline is so unique that because it has a very good mix of the old and the new. Old meaning some building built almost 100 or even 150 years ago, which I'm going to do a zoom in. Hopefully you can see. Hold on. Yep. Hold on. I'm going to press the gimbal. Yep. Hold on. Yes. This is the closest I can get. So this is another 5-star award-winning hotel, Toleton Hotel, built in 1928 at a cost of 4 million back then. All right. So this is something very old. All right. In terms of the age. And I'm going to pull back again. Was just sitting beside a skyscraper. Yes, I think for the past so many years, Singapore actually been expanding or rather moving forward, all right, without stopping it. We expand vertically upward. Why? Because Singapore is a very small country. Well, maximum we have a land size about, let me try to recall, 728 square kilometer. Almost the same size as Bahrain, all right? Anybody coming from Bahrain? I'm sure you know how big is the country. Well, I hope I get this number correct. It's about 760 square kilometer. So whenever I look at this beautiful skyline, I always love, all right, to borrow a slogan from Citibank. Singapore Skyline is a city that never sleeps, all right? Why is it so? Because well, you can actually chill out, many of the pubs that are available or rather welcome you anytime together with your partner, your family members, or even your lover. And having said that, the best cafe, all right, all situated in this city area, all right, the warm coffee is or tea, happily waiting to serve you for sure. Okay, and then for the business community. Let me try to zoom in. Okay, but all good mix of financial building, all right, which they house not only local but international bank, these bankers, financial firm, all right, broker firm as well. And for those who have deep pockets, and if you intend to invest in the private apartment in the city area, get ready to part with at least 20 to $30 million per unit here. Wow, that's really expensive. I guess this life I will never able to afford it. Okay, so let me try to zoom close to these interesting and award-winning building as well. Maybe the night scene you might not able to see so clearly, and it is actually Theatre on the Bay, the Esplanade. Hold on, I try my very best. Yeah, might not be very clear, but never mind. Let me continue my sharings of this Esplanade. I think first of all, so far, since 18 years ago, it has already performed 41,000 shows, reaching up to 28 million audience, and it is still counting. But of course, during this pandemic, everything sort of like slowed down quite a fair bit. All right, so let me just zoom back. Okay. Next, what I'm going to show you, or rather to say hello to my colleagues, all right, Rainy, which is eagerly waiting to take over. I think he's being scheduled the last stop. I'm not too sure. All right, just hold on. I'm watching my step. It's really a bit dim here. Obviously, I'm trying to avoid, falling down. Then I'll get myself into big trouble. I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember this point. Okay. I'm going to walk another 10 meters. Okay. I'm going to put, or rather, put through my camera. Hold on. This is the actual spot in 2012. The Marina Bay Sand Management, meaning the Las Vegas Corporation, all right, invited 7 professional base jumper jumping from these decks, all right? And I'm going to show you how scary it is if you're looking all the way. Hold on. It's not easy. Oh my God. Imagine, if you're a jumper, if the management of MBS invite you to jump down from here, well, I leave it to you whether you want to take it or not. So this is the exact view of the 7 professional jumper jumping down from here. So of course, I don't know how many seconds, going down. Coming up, remember just now, you lose connections with me for about 30 to 45 seconds. All right. Okay, sorry, distracted about these interesting, all right, notes. Okay. All right. Haha. Are you able to see something that flashes? Okay, in the shape of a circle, flyer, another complete. I'm trying to just to do a close up and again to zoom in rather. Hold on. I always struggle a little bit with my gimbal. It's a new gimbal. Can you see it? Yes, in total, we are talking about 28 capsules. Okay, let me just do a comparison in terms of the height. The total height of this Singapore Flyer, if I compare to London Eye, okay, 165 for Singapore Flyer versus 135 for London Eye. Well, we have a total of 28 capsules. So London Eye had about 32, all right, 4 more than us. Well, in terms of the capacity of each capsule, Singapore Flyer able to take up to 28, but London Eye maximum 25. The only similar between Singapore Flyer and London Eye is one round, almost 28 to 30 minutes. All right. So I shall not let the cat out of bed too much because later on, as I mentioned, my fellow friends, all right, Rainy, will share more about this Singapore Flyer. Don't you think it's so beautiful? All right. I'm going to do a zoom out, almost entire spectacular view in, okay, someone is taking pictures. I'm not going to walk in front of them. Not so nice. Okay. So next, maybe since my colleagues, Jajit has shared so much insight information about the garden by the bay, I'm going to talk about more of the exterior again. Hopefully you're able to see it. I'm going to put my gimbal through this safety stainless steel cable. Can you see it? Don't you think it is beautiful? All right. So remember I told you this plot of reclaimed land started almost 23 years ago. And this is a visionary, well, this entire garden, all right, successfully being launched is because of one visionary man, all right. He is, our late former Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, because his plan is to convert Singapore, all right, into a city, or rather a city in a garden. And this is exactly how, he, well, I mean, this is exactly what he plans to do. And it actually takes 13 years to plan, to design, and 7 years to build. The best part is, I always say that this garden is the most intelligent all right, garden in the world. Why do I say that? It is self-sustainable, meaning it generates their own electricity and collect their own water. You may ask me again, Andros, are you sure or not? How can they produce their own electricity? Well, they every day, practically every day, all right, they collected all the bio waste as well as the horticultural, okay, waste island-wide and sent all the way back to the basement of the garden by the bay. And you know what do? They will put into a big, huge burner to burn it. Of course, after burning all these bio waste, the steam is being produced and it generates these big, huge turbine. If you ask me, Andros, how huge is the turbine? Sorry. Well, the basement, I did not really visit it. And of course, the turbine in return produce electricity and store in a, well, allow me to use a this layman term in the battery. So how entire garden being light up so beautifully because it is self-sustainable, produce electricity by itself. All right, so let me just pull the camera back. Hopefully I will not draw my gimbal all the way down. Oh gosh, finally. Okay, look. Then of course, I'm not too sure whether you're able to see Marina Barrage. All right, this is our 15th reservoir. Well, not many countries, build a reservoir right in the middle of a city. So, well, I think Singapore has succeeded, and to build a barrage, or rather the reservoir in the city itself. And these reservoirs supply about 10 to 15% daily drinking water to all households. Imagine, this is really spectacular. And right in front of you, this is towards the east side. I don't know whether you're able to see Changi Airport, the tower. Well, today weather was not really very good. You might not be able to see it. This is where I stay as well. I stay very near to the Changi Airport. All right. So let me just pan and turn around. Okay. Wow. Look at it. And of course, we have very nice, restaurants, cafe, and pub at level 57. Oh, we are talking about 57. I certainly remember this entire Sky Park built a really spectacular, infinity pool. Unfortunately, you cannot see here. It is only accessible to the hotel guests, all right, measuring about 150 meters. I'm going to walk around this observation deck. And well, talking about the pool itself can hold about 1.5 million liters of water, which is equivalent to a half Olympic size swimming pool. I saw something quite nice. This blue light, well, it looks like a blue light to me, but I don't know whether seeing from the screen, it looks like a blue light or not. Oh, sorry. Oh, hold on. Okay. Let me just zoom in, see whether you're able to see this super tree. Oh, I hope I didn't miss the message. To wrap up my commentary, if it is, please, yeah, okay, this is super tree in the garden by the bay. So what is the purpose, of the super tree? Well, I always, say that this is like a nostril, of the garden by the bay. All the hot air, all right, generated by burning the bio waste are all released through this super tree and eventually landed up in the sky. And it is like a cycle. Once the cloud are unable to hold the steam anymore or the heat anymore, then it start to rain and it will collect the garden by the bay, or rather the garden will collect the water and able to, of course, to use the water to water all the plant. And again, talking about plant, in total 1.5 million, okay, of plants. So imagine every time, okay, you come to happen to visit Singapore and you drop by Garden by the Bay, I can guarantee you never able to finish doing all the 1.5 plants. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be naughty, Okay, looking at these two domes, the cloud forest and the flower dome, with my colleague Jajit was inside there. The exterior view, it reminds you of something. I don't know, because every time I bring, or rather I invite my guests standing here to look at the top view, okay, of this garden by the bay. And they share with me that these two dome shape looks like, my apology again, okay, woman undergarment. Well, I leave it to you for your imaginations. Okay, whether it is or not, I'm not too sure. No comments from Andros. And finally, I guess it's time for me. Let me just turn around my camera. Hopefully, you're able to see me a bit really dark here. Hold on. Yes, I'm back. Wow, can you see me? Yes, good. So I hope that I have shared, enough information that able to convince you. All right, try to visit. Hold on. Okay, my gimbal is not listening to me. Hold on. See whether I'm okay. So sorry. Okay, look. Yep. So I hope that you're able to convince you to plan, your visit, your next visit back to Singapore, as soon as possible once the international, or rather everybody allowed to travel. Okay. And I wish to again, invite you to Sky Park and you really witness yourself, how spectacular view that I've just presented, all right, to you. Yep. So okay, maybe it's time to pass on to my colleague, Mr. Jimmy, which is eagerly for sure, like me, waiting at the Merlion Park. Jimmy, are you ready or not?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so now I will hand the time back to you. And okay, see you guys. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you, Andros. Hello, my name is Jimmy. I'm taking over this station called the Merlion Park. Okay, I will show you focus on Merlion. Let me show you what a Merlion looks like. Okay, I will zoom in for you. Okay, can you see? This is the structure of a Merlion. Let me show you. Structure of a Merlion. Okay. Okay, many countries, whenever we mention an animal, it actually can relate you to the particular country. For example, you have to mention this animal called a bald eagle. Which country you think it relates you to? USA, that's correct. Another example, if I were to mention this animal called panda, which animal do you think it relates you to? Panda, 熊猫. Yes, correct. It refers you to China. Yes. So in Singapore, we are a little bit unique. We have a hybrid of two animals to represent Singapore. It is this structure called the Merlion. Merlion. Okay, can you see? Okay, it's made up of the head of a lion and the body of a fish. Why is this so? Because there's a story behind. We call it the legend of the Merlion. I will share with you the legend right now. In the 14th century, there was a prince from Sumatra, or so-called today's part of Indonesia. His name was called Sanila Utama. He went hunting with his follower, and he saw a very beautiful island opposite. So he take a boat, okay, went over across the river to the island with his follower. Upon arrival on the island, he saw a huge and fierce animal. Wow! Wow! The prince was very afraid that he cannot escape. What can he do? The animal stared at the prince at his eye for a while and then turned away. And then by a huge and fierce animal that protects the island. I feel so protected. And the best of all is that this animal did not harm me. So I feel so lucky today. I want to make this island part of my territory. The prince asked the followers, tell me, what is the name of this animal? The followers did not know the answer. So what they do, they simply give an answer. Prince, this animal is called lion. The prince was very happy. He said, okay, I shall name this island Singapura. Singa, in the olden language, it means lion. And Pura means city. Singapura literally means lion city. Can you relate Singapura to the word Singapore? Yes. Singapore is the English name of Singapura. Okay, so this explains the first part of the legend, the lion head. Now I'm going to explain to you the body of a fish. The prince wanted to see what are the activities happening on this island. So he went around the island with his followers. What he saw was only people doing this one activity called fishing, fishing, and fishing. So the prince said, oh, this is just a fishing village. And because of this, you can see our Merlion is designed with the body of a fish. This is actually the Singapore icon. Merlion is a Singapore icon. It symbolized that when Singapore was first found, it was just a simple village. And the first animal that appeared on this island was believed to be a lion. This is the end of the legend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as time passes by, we have made a lot of research on this particular legend. And we realized that actually in the 14th century, there wasn't any lion appearing on this piece of island, but there were many tigers appearing on this piece of island. So the prince could have mistakenly saw a tiger instead of a lion. Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard of this airline called the Tiger Air? Tiger Air is a budget airline in Singapore. A budget airline in Singapore called a Tiger Air. Why is it not called a Lion Air? Most probably because the prince saw a tiger. Another example, you heard of this medication cream called the Tiger Balm. Tiger Balm is a kind of medication cream that in case you got bitten by mosquito, you can actually use the cream and you will remove the itch effectively. Tiger Balm is made in Singapore. However, why is it called a Tiger Balm and not a Lion Balm? Most probably the prince saw a tiger. Last but not least, you heard of this beer called the Tiger Beer. Tiger Beer is a very popular beer, alcoholic drink made in Singapore. Many Vietnamese like to drink Tiger Beer in Vietnam. It is made in Singapore. I can show you a banner right now. Can you see there's a banner here? It shows Tiger Beer. Tiger Beer, 1 for 1, $12. Tiger Beer made in Singapore. Yes. Why do we call this a Tiger Beer made in Singapore and not a Lion Beer? This is because most probably the prince saw a tiger instead of a lion. Okay, enough evidence. Now, let me continue. There is a saying that if you come to Singapore and if you do not take photo with the Merlion, it's not considered that you have visited Singapore. So you need to have proof, evidence that you have taken photo with the Merlion. Look at this Merlion from the back. It is 8.7 meters tall. Human height is only 2 meters. So how to take photo with the Merlion? There is a way to take. If you don't know how to take, you find that you can see the Merlion head, you cannot see your own face. You can see your own face, you cannot see the Merlion head. So one way is to use optical illusion. How to use optical illusion to take photo with the Merlion? I shall show you how. You can always walk to one location whereby you can see the Merlion splashing water. By the way, water in the Chinese context, feng shui, water symbolizes wealth, abundance of money and wealth, water. So the purpose to take photo, objective is to collect as much water as you can. Okay, for illustration of optical illusion photo, I shall get my assistant to help me. Okay, this is a way, you see, my assistant is here. You see, I adjust. Water is flowing onto her mouth. Okay, yeah, she cannot take out her mask because of COVID. Can you see? Okay, show me a thumbs up. Yes, this is a way to take photo of her taking in the water, the wealth of the Merlion. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what if you do not want to do this posture? Can you have another one? Yes, you can use your bag to collect water from the Merlion. Open your bag, adjust your camera. I'm adjusting now. You see? Now the water is flowing into the bag. Okay, she's collecting abundance of water as a significant of wealth and money. Okay, this is how you take illusion photo. Thank you, assistant. Okay, let me continue. Okay, may I ask you that do you know that Merlion has teeth or don't have teeth? Okay, does Merlion has teeth? If yes, put in the group chat. Yes. If no, you put no. I give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're right. Merlion actually has teeth. Merlion has 2 rows of teeth. And these 2 rows of teeth at the side 4 corner, it has 4 very sharp teeth. These 4 sharp teeth signify the 4 ethnic group in Singapore, or we call it 4 races in Singapore. Namely the Chinese, the Malay, the Indians, and the others. Others means the minority. They realize that the 4 sharp teeth of Merlion, they do not quarrel, do not fight with one another. Okay, that's the reason why it symbolizes 4 races in Singapore. Many people cannot understand why in Singapore, I move to another side because it's too noisy. Many people do not understand why in Singapore, a multiracial society, they will have different races, but they do not quarrel, do not fight with each other. The reason is because of our government, effective government, that emphasize that we different races should live in harmony. We have to respect one another's culture, respect one another's religion, and live in social harmony. And that's the secret of Singapore's unity. Okay, we live as a nation, as a Singapore. Okay, let me continue. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how many Merlions are there in Singapore officially? Okay, answer is there are total of 5. The first one is what you see down here. The first one that's 8.7 meter tall. Okay, splashing water onto the Singapore River. Okay, okay, for those of you who do not know how to use optical illusion to take photo, don't worry. You can see another second Merlion. Look at the camera. I'm going to zoom to the second Merlion. It's just behind, just down here. Hello. Okay, the second Merlion is just here. Can you see the second Merlion is here? This is a 2 meter tall Merlion. You can take photo with this Merlion using 1:1 ratio. If you do not know how to use optical illusion, okay, I will show you how to take photo with this Merlion using 1:1 ratio. Come, assistant, please. Just stand there. So simple. Just stand there. Say hi, Merlion. You see? Nice. Okay, thank you. Okay, this small Merlion, if I were to take from this angle, it looks nice. If I were to go nearer and zoom in to let you see the scale, can you see the scale now? It's not as professionally done as it is. This is because the scales were made from the broken chips of the ceramic house, ceramic bowl. And look at the eye. Look at the eye. The eye is made of, let me see, okay, the eye is made of tinted light bulb. Why is this so? The reason is because in the 20th century, Singapore was so poor. We don't have enough money to build such an expensive Merlion. So we make use of recycled material. But nevertheless, just the past 50 years, Singapore has developed from just a simple fishing village to today's developed country. So much so that all over the world, they know about this place called Singapore. And they know us as the little red dot, as what Andros just mentioned to you just now, because of our small area, around 760 kilometers square. It's difficult to locate us unless you focus hard enough onto the world map, then you can find Singapore, the little red dot. Okay, let me continue. You know how many ways are there that you can come to Merlion Park? Okay, there are in general 3 ways. The first way is by foot. By foot, how? By me, take bus or taxi or by train. The second way is by boat or what we call by the Singapore River Cruise. Okay, Singapore River Cruise is a kind of boat that travel along on the Singapore River. However, due to COVID, it has stopped operation for a while. I will show you. You can see from here. Okay, this is a Singapore River Cruise. Can you see Singapore River Cruise? And the third way to come to Singapore River is what I highly recommend, is by duck tour. Duck tour is a vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a ship pass, a boat coming in. I don't know if you can see. There's a boat coming in. There's a boat, a river cruise coming in. It's a bit far. Later I'll show you. Okay, we'll talk about duck tour. Duck tour, a duck can travel on land, and at the same time, when the duck emerges onto the water, it can swim on water. So duck tour is a special vehicle designed with 2 special engines that can bring you on road around the city to see the surroundings, and at the same time, once it emerges onto the river, it can actually move like a cruise, like a boat, and bring all the way to the Singapore River, the Merlion Park. And from here, you will stay on the boat and take optical illusion photo with the Merlion. Okay, so much so that for my commentary, I should tell you what are the surroundings around this Merlion Park. Okay, look at the Singapore River water. Can you see? Singapore River water. Okay, this water, although it's a Singapore River water, it is the largest reservoir in Singapore. Why we convert a Singapore River into a reservoir? This is because we are facing a big problem until today. From day one, Singaporeans always don't have enough drinking water to drink. So because of this, our first founder, the first Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, he innovatively, he actually, at the mouth of the Singapore River, he used dam to block and prevent seawater coming into Singapore River. Because of this, the salty water from the sea cannot come in, and it takes around 2 years for the Singapore River water to convert from the seawater to fresh water. Every time it rains, it dilutes the water until after 2 years, it became fresh water. And we filter this water and make it into drinking water for Singaporeans. This is how innovative our leaders are. Okay, now, let's take a look at the surroundings. This is the modern icon of Singapore they are very familiar with. We call it the MBS. Okay, it's introduced by our guide, Mr. Andros. Then another icon is this. This is called the Singapore Flyer. Okay, this is very well. Singapore Flyer. We're not going to detail of this Singapore Flyer because our next guide will mention to you in detail about this Singapore Flyer. This Singapore Flyer is also another modern icon of Singapore. As to whether it is the tallest flyer in the world right now, I will leave it to the next guide to entertain you. Now let's go to the next modern icon of Singapore. This is the one. This one is another icon of Singapore. We call it Esplanade. Esplanade actually is a performing theatre. Okay, celebrities from all over the world come here because we have a world international performing platform. Okay, down here you can see them performing here, and because of COVID, now we have less performance. Okay, because of the design, from outlook, the layman look at it and say that it looks like a fruit called durian. Durian is a king of fruit. So in case you were to come to Singapore, I want to come to Singapore River, you can always tell the taxi driver, please send me to the durian of Singapore. They will know that you are referring to Esplanade. Okay, now I would like to bring your attention to another building. Okay, before I go to another building, I would like to check whether the next guide, Rene, is ready at the Singapore Flyer. Rene, are you there?
Jimmy, I'm here. I'm ready now.
Okay, good. Okay, ladies and
You can
gentlemen,
pass over to me now.
to conclude, let me emphasize again, when you come to Singapore, you must take photo of the Merlion as evidence. So I hope my commentary can give you a good picture of a Merlion. And now I shall pass the mic to the next speaker, Mr. Rene.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rainy. I'll be your host for this part of the Singapore Flyer. So I'll be doing some explanation, but at the same time, I want to introduce some guests with me because I have about 11 guests with me. So I just want to introduce them to you. They're very important guests. So I will just pan and let you see them and just say hello to them. Yeah, and just hold on for a while. Okay, the first person that I would like to introduce to you is Professor Tan. Okay, and we have Frederick here. Okay, and then we have Dr. Halim. Okay, so the rest will be just say hello to them. Yeah, how you want to address? Okay, just a quick one. Yeah, just a name. Okay. Okay. Hello, Erica. Okay. Okay. This is Enghan. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And the cameraman, he's taking me as evidence that I'm here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I just want to pan in front so that you can see what we are, where we are now. Okay. Okay. As you can see, we are in the capsule now. We are at the Singapore Flyer. So this is one of the 28 capsules that you're looking at now. Basically, you can see some disco light. If you want to do some dance, also it's possible. Yeah. But the people here are very shy because there are no ladies here. So that is okay, yeah? Okay. I'm going to just highlight certain things about the flyer for you. Basically, if you are coming to Singapore and you want to take a flyer, the ticket is very cheap. It's $28. Okay? So for children, it will be 21. For senior citizen, it will be 24. And you say that I want to bring my girlfriend. And it's possible. Bring your girlfriend. I would also want a dining for my girlfriend. We want to have a romantic dinner. Possible. Can you see right in front of me? Okay, so you want to have a nice dinner with your girlfriend. You can have a nice set of dinner here for $352. Okay, 4 couples can be here. There will be a butler, especially that will be serving you. Okay, so this is a very nice romantic dinner. I wanted to ask my wife, but I'm short of $52. Okay. Okay. So right now, I'm going to show you the flyer itself. Okay. You can see the ground. You can see the ground. You can see a garden over here. Okay. You can see some restaurant, souvenir shop. Okay. So basically, the Singapore Flyer is not meant also as an observation wheel, but it's also meant as a lifestyle for families. Assumingly, if I want to bring my family for a dinner, I can go for Indian dinner, I can go to a Chinese dinner, Chinese restaurant, or maybe perhaps I want to have some activity here. I can ride a bicycle here because there's a bicycle rental shop here. So it's a lifestyle activity beside the observation wheel. Right, so right now, as you can see, we are slowly climbing up. Okay, we are slowly climbing up. We are already a little bit high from here. I told them that I bring a bag behind because I brought a parachute with me because I'm scared of height personally. That's why he asked me to go flying. I'm very, very scared. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm gonna show you the ground here. This is the car park. Okay, and I'll show you the F1 Formula Grandstand. Okay, so if you are coming for the F1 Formula Grand night race, basically you need just pay a little bit, something like 1,700. It's very cheap only, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I will pan to you some our national stadium. This is our national stadium, huh? Okay, it was built a couple of years back, and it's have a different lighting. Okay, they have a capacity of 50,000 people, so it's quite nice, yeah. But basically, because of COVID-19, everything is shut down for the moment until things pick up, probably in October or end of the year, I guess so, yeah. Okay, as you can see, this is the night time now. A lot of things you can't see. For the last two sessions, it was in the day, so I can show a lot of things, huh? But the weapon is that night view will have different view for you. It's more romantic. Give you a different skyline, very colorful skyline. That area that I'm pointing my finger, that is the condominiums where people stay. Yeah. So if you want a different lifestyle of exclusive living, perhaps you want to book a unit there, please call me if you want to buy a house, huh? Okay. Yeah. So we will pan here, and then we will see the business skyline here. Okay, the business skyline. This is Marina Center. From there, if you look at the flyer is actually rotating clockwise. Why? Why clockwise? Because the feng shui master say that it's better because it brings money into this area. Is it true? My pocket is still empty. Okay. Okay, I pan slightly to my left, and you can see the Singapore River from here. Okay, the Singapore River is the city skyline. Yeah, this is a night view. Yeah, you can, as I pan around, you can see actually Marina Bay Sands. Yeah, wow, Marina Bay Sands. Yeah, okay, you can see actually Marina Bay Sands. If this flyer is at its top, 165 meter high, it's still shorter than the Marina Bay Sands by 42 meters. This is the highest observation wheel in the world. Used to be the highest observation in the world, but it has been eclipsed by the high roller in Las Vegas by 2.6 meter only. Near 2. Sometimes it is okay. Give people a chance to win. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So now I want to pan the Marina Bay, the financial sector, the Shentonway area, the business district. This is where our financial district is located. You can see the Marina Bay Reservoir. So all the business buildings are overlooking the reservoir itself. You can see actually, even if you are staying at Marina Bay Sands, you can actually overlook the Marina Reservoir. At the same time, you can overlook, you have a view of Garden by the Bay. Wow, can you see Garden by the Bay from here? Okay, you can see colorful lighting. Okay, at certain hours like 8:30 and 7:30, 7:45, 8:45, you have a light show going on. If you have seen on YouTube, actually you can see the colorful lightings that is being illuminated by all the special lightings inside Garden by the Bay. It's not a computer graphic kind of generated thing. It's what you see is what you get. Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to see something very unique. You have a very special chance of seeing something very unique. Can you see over there? I can see. It's a World Dream. Actually, the World Dream is actually the cruise. Okay, the cruise liner is over there. Marina Bay Cruise Center is over there. I'm pointing here. Can you see? That is Marina Bay Cruise Center. That is where you want to take a cruise to any part of Asia. Well, you come here, and then you just take the vessels to wherever destination you want to go to. Yeah? And even with the COVID-19, we are still actually progressing with some of the tours, like tours to nowhere, but it's still working. Yeah, we are still working, trying to solve this COVID-19 as every one of you out there. Yeah. So I'm gonna pan to my left now. You can see Garden by the Bay, the beautiful two shell. It looks like a compound eye of a housefly. Okay. And I will pan slightly over here. beautiful Marina Barrage, okay, the dam. It doesn't look beautiful now because it's night. It's a night scene. But what happens is that if you want to enjoy some night outing, this is probably one of the places you can go, because you drive down there, it's very lonely. Yeah, it's very quiet, very nice. Just look at the sky, and I just see things pass by. The lightings that you see just across here, okay, let me point. The lightings that you see here, it's not buildings. This is our vessels. Okay, they are being berthed down here, waiting for the orders from their shipping companies. Once they pick up the orders, they will just sail away to the destination to pick up their goods or their cargoes. Yeah, so they are right now berthing over here. These are not buildings. These are all vessels. You can see the whole sea here, the Singapore Strait here, is actually full of ships waiting for orders. This is called the Eastern Anchorage here. And if I point further there, somewhere around there, you can see Batam. And if I point over here, Bintang is over here, somewhere around there. Yeah? So Batam here, and I pan across here, Bintang is over there. And if I pan slightly to my right-hand side, you can actually see Kundo Island or Carimon Island over here, somewhere around there. Yeah? Let me see, point my finger. I can't even point my finger, so I can't find my finger. Okay, yeah, somewhere around there. Okay, now I just want to show some of the reservoir to you. You can see two rivers actually converging here to the barrage. You have Kallang River on your left hand side, and then you have Singapore River on your right hand side. Yeah, this converging. This is our 15th reservoir. 15th reservoir. We are short of water, and so this is our reservoir. The first reservoir in the city. This area that you see here used to be the sea, Garden by the Bay, and the land over here. Both of them here used to be the sea. I used to fish down here. I used to do fishing just in the middle of this land here. Yeah, and I also do fishing at Merlion Park, which Jimmy have explained to you. Okay, the fish I caught was so big. Yeah, this size. Yeah. Yeah, so big. I was so happy. Yeah. Wow. So now I'm going to pan over to my left hand side now. Okay, this is, if I'm pointing here, okay, Changi Airport is over there. Okay, Changi Airport is over there. So the whole stretch here that you see here, the whole stretch here is actually, the whole stretch over here is actually land that is reclaimed from the sea. We reclaimed 22% of the whole island. We used to be about 590 square kilometers. Right now we have grown fatter, grown richer. So we have actually put on weight. Okay, but the weight that we have carried is only that kind of weight because we have limited space to expand. Because when we expand further, we will eat into Indonesia. Indonesia is complaining that why are you, Singapore is getting fatter. We thought that you are the red dot, but right now your red dot seems to be bigger. Okay, so right now that is Indonesia. I pan further down here. That is Malaysia. Okay, this is the south. This is the north. This is the north. Okay, so it's very easy for you to give a bearing where you are standing at. Yeah. Okay. Now I just want cross over here. Okay, this is the second financial district that we have here. Okay, before I forget, you notice that once you land into Singapore at Changi Airport, you realize that actually there's a lot of trees actually that is taking you from Changi Airport up to the city area, and it doesn't end here. It goes up to the western part of Singapore, to the northern part of Singapore. And what happened is that one of the first things that our Prime Minister did in 1963 was to make Singapore a garden city. Okay, so we planted a lot of trees. We tried to make Singapore green, and we were the first in Asia to make our whole island green. To be different, to be distinctive, yeah. And so by 1998, we actually raise the level of garden city to become a city in a garden. And that will run for another probably about 10 to 15 years. Right now, last year, 2020, we just envisaged another new goal for Singapore itself. And that we actually can come up with a theme of making Singapore a city in nature. And so thereby, to be a city in nature, we have to plant 1 million trees. Can we make it? That is our objective, to make Singapore a city in nature, because we are, in the world itself, we are getting to be more urbanized. We don't see a lot of plants and trees anymore. A lot of trees has been cut down. So Singapore is making an effort to green itself, to set an example for the world, so that at least they will try as much as possible to plant more trees. Yeah. So right now I'm going to this side now. Okay. This is, we are at the top of the flyer. It says that if you reach the top here, they say, not I say, it says that if you reach the top here, make a wish. So normally when I reach the top here, I make a wish. My wish is very simple. Very simple. So what is my wish? You may want to know. My wish is that the world will always be peaceful. There will be harmony in the world, so that people can collaborate and love one another. Very simple. But some people say, oh, I reach here, I want to get married. Yeah? Sorry, no ladies here. Okay. So this is the city that you see right now. Okay, the whole area is all city area. You also realize that when Singapore do its city planning, okay, the city planners came up with the concept of three things. Okay, to make Singapore a place to live, work, and play. So we are working, you can see the financial sector here. Okay, so in the evening, you can see people are still working. But at the same time, if they still want to live here in the city or south outskirts, it's very easy. Some of the buildings here are actually not business building or offices, they're actually residential building. So the city is always kept alive. Okay, and then you have a play area. The whole area that I'm pointing here can be a play area. Okay, what kind of play area that we have? You can have sailing, you can have boating, you can yachting, you can have a dragon boat. Okay, so there's a lot of play activities here. If assumingly the next time you come around to Singapore, yeah, and you want to take you have a dinner. After the dinner, you can actually walk along the promenade here. Okay, it's a nice walk, very romantic walk. Once you walk one round, they say that you will fall in love again. Okay, is it true? I don't know. Okay, so the last one will be work, live, and play. So we have already covered play. Live, as I say again, it's all around Singapore. Okay, we have very little land. So whatever land we reclaim, we try to maximize the usage of this land. When the city planners are planning this area here, okay, whole concept here was planned back about 40 to 50 years back. So what you see right now was planning that was done 40 to 50 years back. Okay, and what happened is that the city planners, when they are planning the city, it must be an interdisciplinary field that will include the architect, the engineers, arts and technology, okay, and the city planners who coordinate everything to make Singapore a distinctive, dynamic, and delightful city. What I mean by delightful? Delightful means you can enjoy the city at any time of the day. You can walk around, you will feel free. There's safety over here. You don't have to worry if you walk here at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's still okay, perfectly all right, because Singapore is very safe. Okay, you don't see people carrying guns, don't see people robbing you. Okay, so it's a very safe city to be in. One of the safest cities in the world, except my home. Yeah, because my child will always ask me for money. Yeah. Okay. Now why I will tell you that why is it dynamic? Because you can see the business skyline here. Okay. It's always working 24 hours, even though we are sleeping. They are This is a financial center. I think this is the third or fourth biggest financial center in the world. So every time people are working here, so it's dynamic, it's always going. People are always working. You can see that the city itself is very live. It's alive all the time. And so what is it distinctive? Distinctive comes from all the buildings that you see here. Marina Bay Sands, okay? And you can see what makes a city stand up is sometimes the building by itself, like Marina Bay Sands. When you look at it, you come here, you look at it, you stand at the promenade, and you start to be able to see actually the building. It stands out, and you will always remain in your memory for a long time to come. Every time people ask you, oh, this Marina Bay Sands. Okay, so basically it has a dual purposes. It's a viewing deck, it's a hotel. At the same time, it's for people to enjoy by swimming. Maybe if you want to go swimming at the Sky Park swimming pool. Okay, so I will highlight another thing for you before I go, because we are going down quite shortly now. As you can see some of the road that is traveling from Changi Airport right down to this area, and it goes right to the western end of Singapore. Okay. Okay. And is there anyone have any questions so far that I explained? Right here, I just explained a little bit here. Can you see the empty space here? Can you see the empty space here? That is actually our Tanjong Pagar container port. We are shifting we are closing this container port. It's already closed. Okay, it's already closed. And what happened is that we are shutting it off because the lease is up, and we are shifting the whole container ports from here to the western end, called past the next generation port. It will be 5 times bigger than all the ports that you see here. It's 5 times bigger than what you see here. So it's going to be a gigantic project, and it's ongoing now, and it should be completed by probably 2040. Last but not least, I'll just highlight the lighting here. Yesterday, which was the 26th of June, Singapore have collaborated and promoted the International Drug Day. Okay, what is the International Drug Day? It's basically it talks about drug abuse, drug trafficking, illicit trafficking. We are working with United Nations to prohibit or try to stop drug abuse in the world. So yesterday, actually, the whole city landscape was filled with white and green color. The building here, 18 buildings collaborated with URA and with the Singapore government to be lighted up in green and white colors. But today you just see white colors, and basically that is what you see today. Otherwise, the city will light up with all green and white colors, and it's very nice, even though it's dual colors. One thing that in 2009, our URA actually came up with a master plan to light up the city landscape. So today is an ordinary day, so to speak, yeah. But on occasion like our National Day and our New Year, the whole area here that you see is lighted up. Okay, it's called a lightscape to enhance the whole building here. Monument building like the Toleton Square, these are Toleton Hotel. Okay, all buildings like the City Hall, all buildings like the Supreme Court. Okay, it's lighted up with hot color, warm color, and then you will notice that the new buildings here, okay, they're lighted up with white colors to make the building stand out. Yeah, so amber color, warm color, and for new buildings, it's like color. Yeah, white in color, lighter, to give the city itself a distinctive feeling, a distinctive view. Okay, right now I will end my tour here. Okay, and thank you very much. Okay, wait, just hold on, Okay, so now I will end my tour here with a group of people. with my group of people, and I'll just say that the best thing, what I have shown you actually is a glimpse of what Singapore has to offer you. The best thing actually is you need to do is to come here and enjoy the whole attraction here. It's all within walking distance. You can spend 3 to 4 days here, and you still will not be able to finish Singapore because there is a lot of nature parks to see. There's a lot of other things to see besides the 3 areas that we show you. There's a heritage area. So basically, what I would suggest to you, if you have the time, have the money, please come and enjoy what Singapore has to offer you. Safe and a nice way to spend your honeymoon. Say your second or third honeymoon. Yeah. Okay. So I end my tour here. Before I go, I want to say, I want to ask my group here to say bye-bye to you from Singapore. Okay, from Singapore. Bye-bye. Yay! Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.